Nicki Minaj is a feature artist, and a lot of ugly bitches somehow use this as a drag towards Nicki. Oh, Nicki can do it solo, her career is built of features, blah 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 blah. But the thing is, it takes a special kind of talent for you to get on a song with someone for 30 seconds and completely outshine and obliterate them. And Nicki Minaj has that talent, and she consistently uses that talent. Throughout the 2010s decade, and even still in this decade, Nicki provided us with some of the most memorable, quotable, and iconic verses and features on a song of all time. In this video, I want to talk about what makes the Nicki Minaj feature so special, its impact on the culture and the world, and I want to explore and discover the true power of a Nicki Minaj feature.
Anywhere there's a song, you're gonna get Nicki Minaj.
Before we get into the power of a Nicki Minaj feature, let's talk about why artists put features on their songs in the first place. A feature is a particular type of creative collaboration that involves one artist integrating another artist's contribution, either instrumentally or vocally, into their work and publicizing it with a featuring credit. Through music collaborations, or having featured artists on their tracks, artists are able to mix their audiences. This is great for either artists who are in different genres, or a bigger artist collaborating with a smaller artist. It gives a song more opportunity to grow, as the audience is significantly bigger instead of when the song solo. As a feature is usually a short-term collab, they probably only collaborate once. This allows each artist to maintain their own brand and positioning within their respective genre. This gives artists an opportunity to leverage their distinct brands to entice audiences without risking diluting their own brand. And this is why pop songs or R&B songs having a featured rapper became so popular. Not only are you mixing two of the biggest genres, depending on what time period you're talking about, you're also benefiting with the said bigger audience perk. And this is proven by research. According to a research by Ordanini and others, a song that is featuring other artists actually have a greater likelihood of making it into the top 10 of the Hot 100 than songs not featuring other artists. The average likelihood of entering the top 10 by a song with a featured artist is 18.4%, significantly greater than the 13.9% likelihood for songs that do not include a featured artist. The whole featuring someone on your song to boost sales really started in late July 1990, when Billboard welcomed the #1 single, Glenn Medeiros' She Ain't Worth It featuring Bobby Brown, the formal debut of the word featuring on a #1 hit. Since then, having an artist feature on your songs to boost sales and streams have been extremely commonplace, and Nicki Minaj is no exception to this. Let's go back in time to 2010, and let's listen to her radio, shall we? Listen closely.
No. Can I get that Tron? Can I get that Remy? Can I get that Coke? Can I get that Henny? Can I get that? Hey yo, Sean, you Mr. Kingston. Now will these wanna try and be my bestie, but I take a young money, cash money in the building. Let's go, the world ends tonight.
What do you notice here? Yes, Nicki Minaj. Back then, if you opened the radio, Nicki Minaj is probably playing. You simply cannot escape Nicki Minaj back in 2010. And that was Nicki's intention and strategy. In 2009 to 2010, though Nicki was making noise, especially in the rap scene, in the general public or globally, however, she wasn't really known yet. And as Nicki was an up-and-coming rapper who had some buzz around her, a lot of artists wanted to collaborate with her. And Nicki took the opportunity to collab with them. And I can't stress enough how Nicki took the opportunity and grinded during this time.
And people is calling me, could you put a feature on this? You know, and I'm doing it.
Nicki hopped on in every song she can get and every song that she was asked to be in. This was how she was able to make such a name for herself. Before her debut album was released, 50K for her verse no album out. She was featured on songs with Lil Wayne, Mariah Carey, Ludacris, Christina Aguilera, Drake, and Usher, all before she released her first solo hit, Your Love. She even set a new record on Billboard's Hot 100 chart for having the most singles on the chart at one time, with 7 entries including My Chick Bad, which scored Nicki her first Grammy nomination, check my video on that, Knockout, Bottoms Up, Lil Freak, Letting Go to Love You, Mr. Kingston, and 2012 It Ain't The End, alongside her solo hit, Your Love. She was able to do that before she released her debut album. 7 entries on the chart all at once before your first album, and she just continued on this streak, eventually leading up to her most iconic verse of all time, and a verse that will be remembered forever in hip-hop history, Monster.
Automobile youngster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in that Tonka color of Willy Wonka. You could be the king.
This was Nicki's watershed moment, her grand entrance to the rap scene. Despite the song featuring some of the greatest rap stars in hip-hop, Kanye West, Jay-Z, them, Nicki Minaj announced her name on the world stage with one of the biggest hip-hop features ever. Everyone knows this verse. This has transcended from just being a regular old verse into a moment of pop culture, a staple.
Big ass, giving whiplash. I'm big, get cash, make them live fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for.
Over the decade and still to this day, after everything that's happened to her career, a hate train, numerous rappers trying to end her career, keyword try, Nicki has been able to maintain her stance as the queen of rap, and she has consistently proven the power of her features. But what really is the power of a Nicki Minaj feature? According to an article by McCann in 2015, with the help of Spotify data analyst Jomar Perez, they found the average difference in Spotify streams for Nicki's guest tracks on albums featuring Nicki, compared to that album's other tracks, by pulling data on every album on Spotify with at least one track featuring Nicki Minaj. They also did the same for are Drake and Lil Wayne. And what they found was that the Nicki effect on features is significantly higher than Drake's or Lil Wayne's effects on features. This means Nicki's features has an average of 172% more streams than the tracks without Nicki. More than Drake's 126% bump and Lil Wayne's 21% bump. That is impressive. Beating Drake and Lil Wayne, Nicki really is powerful. We can see the Nicki effect in action as well. Fifi by him, and Nicki became one of the biggest hits of 2018, peaking at number 3 on the Hot 100, and it's currently certified 8 times platinum by the RIAA. Tusa by Karol G and Nicki became one of the biggest international hits of 2019 and 2020, with the song being certified Latin Diamond, 35 times platinum certified by the RIAA, and it holds the record as the longest running number 1 single on the Argentina Hot 100, having spent 25 weeks at number 1 on the chart. In 2020, Nicki received her first number 1 singles with Trolls and Say So remix. Her collab with Bia, Whole Lotta Money remix, debuted at number 16 on the Hot 100, becoming Bia's first top 20 hit and Nicki's historical 40th. We can clearly see that the Nicki feature still holds as much power as it did back then. I would argue even more now. And the power of a Nicki Minaj feature isn't just in the charts and in sales, but also in the quality of a song. This meme sums it all up. A Nicki feature has saved so many songs from being mediocre to becoming a hit. Take Bottoms Up by Trey Songz featuring Nicki Minaj for example. Nicki took what could have been a standard generic club song and she added so much spice and personality to her verse that it elevated the song. Out of My Mind by Bob featuring Nicki Minaj. Like, come on, what verse do you remember? Bob's or Nicki's? What's your name, B.O.B.? So they call you Bob. Stop playing, boy. You know I'm known for the Bob. All Eyes on You by me. All Eyes on You by me. I'm sorry. Okay. All Eyes on You by Mickey Mouse featuring Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown. Break It Up, Ball For Me, She For Keeps. Nicki has saved several songs from being a dud to a hit, both commercially and quality-wise. With this info in mind, having a Nicki Minaj feature is also kind of dangerous for the artist, because most of the time, you're gonna get overshadowed and obliterated by Nicki Minaj. Motorsport, Nicki ate every single one of them. She had multiple flow changes, bars all around. I don't even think it's fair to call it motorsport. It's Nicki's sport at this point. Big Bang, Nicki had the best verse and she ate everyone on the song. Poke It Out, she didn't use FaceTime multiple times with different meanings for you to say Playboy Cardi had the better verse. I Wanna Be With You, Nicki had the best verse and she ate everyone on the song.
I wanna be where the commas a B, but I need a hood nigga with the llama.
Do you see the pattern? Sometimes though, a song is already good without a Nicki feature. But Nicki puts something on the song and she elevates it and she pushes it off the edge. Songs like Bang Bang, which already had a catchy chorus and a great verse from Ariana Grande, but Nicki's rap verse really stamped it as a summer song of the year. Side to Side would have been good as a solo Ariana song too, but Nicki's verse just adds something to the song and it just complements the song so well. Nicki is able to completely stand on her own ground, and in some cases, she builds the ground that the song stands on. Nicki is able to break the mold of the rapper in a pop song having a forgettable verse, because sadly, that's what usually happens to a lot of features from rappers in pop songs. People have even created entire careers on being that one rapper with a forgettable verse on every pop song. They're forgettable and unnecessary. Nicki's features are neither of those. She had so much charisma and personality to her features, she can be funny if she wants to, like in her feature The Creep or MILF. Or she could be outright murdering you, like in her feature Dip.
Well, that rah-rah never was the icon issue. Pop is
Because of the power that a Nicki feature holds, artists nowadays sees a Nicki feature as an accomplishment, as a huge honor. Just as Polo G, his sister Karol G, Meghan Trainor, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, and so many more artists that sees a Nicki feature as an incredibly huge honor. And a lot of artists should be honored, considering Nicki has given a lot of artists their high-speaking songs on the Hot 100. Hot Girl Summer was Megan's high-speaking song at the time it peaked at number 11. Say So was pushed to number 1 because of the Nicki remix, giving both Nicki and Doja their first number 1s. Bottoms Up is Trey Songz's high-speaking song on the Hot 100. ASAP Ferg Plain Jane remix and then Move Ya Hips was his highest-speaking songs. Whole Lotta Money is Bia's high-speaking song on the Hot 100. And peep how Nicki has helped so many female rappers reach a new peak. But I guess she's bitter and hates female rappers, right? Because of the Nicki feature power, people want her to be on their songs. But sometimes they already have the song out and maybe the song is growing on the charts and they want to give it a boost. Then you might want to utilize a Nicki remix. Remixing a song with the popular artist has become a standard in the industry and has been the standard for a long time. And Nicki Minaj is not shy when it comes to this. Plain Jane remix, Down in the DM remix, Whole Lotta Money remix, Whole Lotta Choppas remix, Say So remix. One of the reasons why Nicki Minaj feature can be so successful is because Nicki has a great ear for hearing potential hits. Nicki engineers her collaborations to become successes. Her operating principle is this gonna be a smash? And a lot of the times, it usually does become a smash. But that doesn't mean that Nicki just does features on what will become hits. Because she also does features for songs just for the art. Like Dark Side of the Moon.
the sky is falling, falling down.
Nicki isn't even rapping here, she sings here. And her vocals are so smooth, so beautiful, and it blends with the song amazingly. Nicki even did a gospel song with Tasha Cobbs Leonard on I'm Getting Ready. Nicki also has an upcoming feature with Elton John, which would be very interesting to hear and I know she will eat it up. And from this, let's talk about the versatility of Nicki Minaj. Through her features, she's able to explore different genres: gospel, drill, pop, R&B, EDM, K-pop, Latin pop, reggae. Her features give her the opportunity to become one of the most versatile artists in the entire history of music. She can dip her toes in other genres, and with her talent and charisma on a track, she's bound to eat it up. And having so much power for a feature, you would think that Nicki Minaj gets paid a lot for her features. And she does. In 2010, Nicki Minaj said in her Monster verse,
50K for a verse, no album out. Yeah,
and for a rookie, 50K for a verse. Then in 2014, on her My Verse, she said,
I just got $250,000 for a verse.
and now in 2020, the video reveals that she be charging people $500,000 for verses. I mean, get the bag, Nicki. But in a few occasions, Nicki didn't even charge for her features. She didn't charge Trina for Baps. She didn't charge Davido for Holy Ground, Meghan Trainor for Nice to Meet Ya, Megan Thee Stallion for Hot Girl Summer. This just shows that Nicki doesn't really care about the money anymore. She's more concerned about creating music and collaborating with these artists, specifically artists that she believes in. And it's crazy how people still think that Nicki Minaj only hops on hot artists' songs to keep her career alive when she's turning down features from Doja Cat and Lil Nas X. And I see a lot of this, specifically in Stan Twitter, wherein they discredit Nicki's achievements and sales, and they dilute it into her only doing features. When first of all, let's make one thing clear: Nicki Minaj has solo hits. She has Super Bass, Starships, Chun-Li, Anaconda, and those are just her major hits. Nicki Minaj has so many hits, whether features or solos, so I don't get this mentality, especially since Nicki Minaj is a rapper and featuring on a song is embedded into hip-hop. Because regardless of what you think, let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
This is what Nicki had to say about her features. Before I ever put out an album, I prayed that God would give me Lil Wayne's work ethic. He was the person everyone went to for a feature. Now, one of the reasons I was able to break that record is because so many artists have trusted me with their singles and their videos. They've trusted me with their image. I have to thank those artists because I learned so much when I feature. It's forced me to have so much flexibility in my flow. I can be sent a pop song, a reggae song, a rap song, or an R&B song, and people know that Nicki Minaj is gonna deliver something special every time. And Nicki Minaj delivers something special every time. Nicki Minaj has proven time and time again the power of her features. A Nicki feature significantly increases the song's popularity, and also the artist's popularity as well. She's able to complement the song that she's featured on to add a certain something that will push it over the edge. And after watching this video, y'all better not question the power of a Nicki Minaj feature.
Yeah, what's up? You know the kind of get B.O.B. so they call you Bob. Stop playing with nothing on for the Bob. Yeah, I like this my little stitch wig. You know the motherfucking vibes.